Disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor and I'm not providing buy or sell recommendations. I'm just giving you my opinions. Please do your own research before investing.
What is your risk to reward ratio? Do you know this? Do you know what I mean? Hi guys, how you doing? My name's Emeka. Welcome back to my channel, and today I want to discuss coming up with a risk to reward ratio in your crypto trading activities. Now, a lot of people, when they're trading, they don't really follow any real strategies. Their strategy usually is, hey, what's the hottest crypto out there right now? They invest all their money in that crypto. A few weeks later, boom, they made a lot of money. That's usually how it's been going, especially if you invested in December, November, October last year. The market was only going up, so there really was no strategy. But now the market is getting kind of mature. There's still a lot of upside, but it is getting mature, and there is a lot of crappy cryptocurrencies out there. So it's time to start using some trading strategies in order to protect your downside. Now, many of you know I am a former trader, so I want to share some strategies that I usually use in order to invest in cryptocurrencies passively and not have to constantly be looking at GDAX and coinmarketcap.com to see where the prices are, whether I should jump in or jump out, because I've set up a risk to reward ratio that I'm comfortable with, so I can go about my business without constantly looking. Now, what do I mean by this? Well, are you willing to invest $5,000 to make $1,000? I'm not. Maybe you are. Maybe you're that kind of gambler, but I am not. I'm willing to risk $1,000 to make $1,000. I'm willing to risk $500 to make $1,000. That's even better. That is my risk to reward ratio. I can do 1 to 1, I can do 1 to 2. I cannot do 5 to 1. I am not willing to risk 5,000 to make 1,000. So I have that in my mind, and that's how I decide what to invest in. So for example, I know that if I invested $1,000 in Bitcoin, it's going to take a very huge move for me to make $1,000. So it's going to be pretty hard for me to achieve risking only $1,000 and making $1,000 if I invested that money in Bitcoin. So let's take a look. So I have my spreadsheet open right now. Many of you already have this. The link is in the description below. So let's say I've invested $1,000 in Bitcoin at the price of $10,894. In order for me to make another $1,000, the price would have to go up to $22,000. So the price of one Bitcoin would have to go all the way up to $22,000 for me to make $1,000 for my $1,000 investment in Bitcoin. Let me just jump over to coinmarketcap.com to see how possible this is. Looking at the historical prices of Bitcoin, the highest Bitcoin has ever gotten to was right around $19,000. So in order for me to make $1,000 from my $1,000 investment in Bitcoin, Bitcoin would have to achieve an all-time high. And I'm risking all of my money. If $1,000 is all of my money, I'd have to risk all of my $1,000 and hope that Bitcoin would go to an all-time high before I can make $1,000. So right away, I know I can't achieve 1 to 1 if I'm investing only $1,000. Now, if I invested $5,000 in Bitcoin, I could make a $1,000 profit if Bitcoin rises from $10,894 to $13,000. So all it has to do is rise by roughly $2,000, and I could make the $1,000 that I want. But now this is a 5 to 1 ratio. I'm risking $5,000 in order to make $1,000. I don't like that. Like I said, my risk to reward ratio will not allow me to do this because I don't like those odds. Because yes, if it goes up to $13,100, I've made $1,000. But then again, it could go down to $5,000. And at that point, I've lost $2,700. So I've been trying to make $1,000, and while I was trying to make $1,000, I ended up losing $2,700. So I hate those odds. That's why I think you should always come up with a good risk to reward ratio. So what I would do to keep the risk to reward ratio in an area that I like, I will put a stop loss order in the market. What that means is I will put an order in the market to take me out of the trade if the price falls down to a certain price. So you can see here, let's say I bought $5,000 worth of Bitcoin at $10,894. If I put a stop loss at $8,700, then I'm only risking $1,000 because if the price falls to $8,700, I'll be taken out of the trade. But now, if it goes up to $13,000, then I've made the $1,000. So I have achieved my 1 to 1 ratio, and I've achieved it a lot faster by investing $5,000, but I'm also not risking $5,000 because I'm using a stop loss. That's what I mean by you have to come up with your risk to reward ratio. Use stop losses to come up with the right risk to reward ratio in order to Invest in the market and not have to constantly look at it all the time. And one more thing you should remember is if the market is moving up very quickly, you don't have to take the money out. All you have to do is ratchet up the stop and you can keep making that money. So I'm going to show you that one point real quick. So let's say you invested the $5,000. So let's say you invested the $5,000. You put the stop loss at $8,700, and now the market has moved to $15,000. So the market has moved to $15,000. Now you've almost made $2,000. You don't have to take your profit, but now you don't need to leave your stop loss at $8,700. Maybe I'll move my stop loss to $13,000. Now look at my risk to reward ratio. It's all reward, because if I get hit on my $13,000, that's still profit because I bought it at $10,000. But I don't have to sell because the market is moving up. I can just wait and see if the price is going to keep going up. And if the price keeps going up, I'll just keep ratcheting the stop. So that's what you do. That is the most important thing you need to do if you want to trade cryptocurrency markets, FX markets, any market. Come up with your risk to reward ratio, and then you can walk away from the computer knowing that you've made at least some sound investment decisions. It's not perfect. It could go against you, but at least this way you'll be able to know how much you could lose if things go bad. And I don't know about you guys, but that helps me sleep better at night. So thanks for watching. Happy investing.